I didn't really enjoy it at first, but eventually, you know, they do have nicotine in them. So that same dopamine hit that I was chasing with cigarettes, eventually it was just replaced. So the health-wise, I don't really know if I notice any difference at this stage because I don't feel worse from vaping. I don't feel notably better. It's kind of just, I don't crave nicotine. So that's probably the biggest thing, is that I stopped smoking, but I'm still addicted to nicotine and I'm still using it, so.
And then just hold it in your hand. That's nice.
It lasts, one of these might last me 2 weeks.
Teenagers, so that age 13 to 17-year-old bracket, are some of the biggest users of these products. And again, young adults, age 18 to 24, a population that we have, you know, they've grown up with health warnings on cigarette packs, anti-smoking ads on television. You can't smoke in indoor public places. These products are for them. They were designed for young people, they're marketed to young people, and they're being used by young people.
Over the course of, let's say, the past 2 decades, Australia has been at the forefront of seeing some of the lowest smoking rates in the world, especially amongst 18 to 24-year-olds, as well as 14 to 17-year-olds. Unfortunately, what we've seen over the past 5 years is we've seen an upkick in smoking, which does happen to coincide with where we've seen a really significant increase in vaping.
If you're a young person, you're led to believe that there's just water vapor in these products with a little bit of flavor, and nothing could be further from the truth. We know from lab studies they contain very high concentrations of nicotine. They have traces of heavy metals, which are harmful. And when you compare them to, say, household products like nail polish remover, cleansers, bug sprays, those same chemicals can be found in vaping products. We have a really small window of opportunity to act now with urgency before I think it's too late and we won't be able to, you know, prevent this whole generation from being addicted for decades. So acting urgently and decisively is exactly what we need. So these reforms address that enforcement roadblock and say, if it's a vape, we can seize it, destroy it, unless it's being sold in a pharmacy to someone with a prescription. It just makes it a lot simpler, a lot tidier, and enforcement will be much easier. I find it quite amusing that people say we currently have a black market for nicotine-containing e-cigarettes. If your average 14-year-old can say it's very easy to get their hands on a nicotine-containing vape, it's not much of a black market. It's an open slather market.
Our hope is that it's really going to reinforce a valid prescription pathway and send a really clear signal that this is not a normal consumer good. It is actually a product that needs to be used under the care, potentially, of a GP.
We know that prohibition doesn't work. We've seen authorities try to regulate supply of a whole variety of illicit drugs. Cannabis is the obvious example, where there's an absolutely rampant black market that authorities haven't been able to rein in. We're already seeing a huge black market of vaping products. I have much more confidence in the abilities of authorities to regulate these products rather than ban them outright.
If you're an adult and you're making an informed decision that could potentially be beneficial to your health, or even just for me, like it was practically, it's more appealing for me to vape because it has less of a negative aesthetic. That I think is fine, you know, and adults, we should be able to sort of make those decisions for ourselves. But with that being said, I do think there needs to be more regulation around the types of products that are coming in, because it's just crazy to me. Like, it's like a highlighter pen or something. Like, it's not even, yeah, it's not even real.
If you can put it down.